First of all, make I follow you do the wayo small. You know, the more I watch this Wunmi video on that interview, the more I come to realize that there are so many things to learn from what Very Dark Man is saying. The point is too clear. You listen to it.
The autopsy result said they cannot determine the cause of death because his body has already decomposed. So they couldn't get the right tissue to use for the autopsy.
But was there any reason your father-in-law buried him? I mean, how soon was he buried after he was...
Like, he wanted to bury him the night that he died.
But was he a Muslim?
He wasn't a Muslim. And, you know, a lot of people actually begged him not to, but he insisted I was going to do that. He wanted to bury him that night.
Did he give any reason for this?
He did not. My husband he got injured from a fight with his close friend. And also, he was actually treated by a nurse. But you know,
on that day or the day of his death?
No, this not on the day of his death, yeah, which was on Tuesday, September 12. But my father-in-law has, you know, found a way of trying to divert people's attention away from the reality to, you know, to another thing entirely. So, like, most people on the public faces do not even go to the real issue on ground anymore.
What really happened that last day?
Yeah, so what actually happened is, like, it was on Tuesday, and a nurse actually came, like his friend, Spending, called a nurse. He was the one that, you know, gave us the nurse number, and one of his work at Bami called the nurse, and the nurse came around on Tuesday. Even on that Tuesday, he was supposed to go to a podcast interview. But the nurse actually came, and, you know, he was actually fine, although he sustained an injury, but he was okay, like, it wasn't worse, because he had, like, plans for that day. So the nurse came, and, you know, the nurse gave him injection. I think it was the third injection that he reacted to.
Did she give the injections back to back?
No, it's like the distance wasn't really that much.
Now, I have some few questions to ask. Number one, did anybody notice that Wunmi is just trying to push blame on anybody that has any contact with the husband when Mohbad died? She started by accusing the father-in-law that he's trying to bury the guy on time, even if the husband-in-law is not, the husband father is not a Muslim. She was clamoring that there's a nurse that take care of Mohbad, even though the incident or the fight that Mohbad got into did not injure him much, according to other people that Very Dark Man is interviewing. If she's not having anything to hide, why does she keep, in all those her posts, that he keep referring to those that want to buy Mohbad? Now they have buyed him and he has gone. They should take trophy for it. Who are those people? Number one. Number two, why is she not measuring the people? Number three, what exactly, since he heard when there's a post referring that it's a year issue that took Mohbad's life, she never objected it. She never said anything. So many questions that she ought to answer. Who are those behind the buying of Mohbad if her hand is not there? And who are those that she's referring to that made Mohbad to say she should carry his son, and go for him to stay alone and fight these people? There are a lot of things that she's hiding that she need to open up and tell Nigerians. My name is, that's what I'm saying. Wunmi, it is best you open up and say the fact, which I know you will not do. Yeah, of course you will not do it, because whatever power behind the going of Mohbad is not a small power. As I tell people, Mohbad can never get justice.